What's up everybody and welcome back to another episode of Fallout 4 Mods Weekly. This is going to be episode 69 of that series, and I encourage you to leave your funniest 69 joke in the comments down below. I'm really believing in you guys, so don't let me down. It's been a pretty interesting week for modding. Creation Club was released this week. There's some other leaks going on with like Bethesda, Game of Thrones and all that, but Creation Club definitely being the big notice of controversy or some people supporting it and just really the point of interest in modding. With that being said, there still was a ton of really high quality releases. This is actually going to be one of the best weeks for modding that we've seen in a very long time. I mean, that's pretty much everything there is to say about the topic, so hopefully you guys do enjoy and we'll just jump right into it. So starting things off, we actually have a weapon pack. This is going to be called a bundle of tape by Axis. What this is going to be is adding in all of his individual weapon mods into one really easy to download pack. The weapons included are the handmade revolver, the varmint rifle, the crude blowback, the concrete sledgehammer, and then the M1 Garand and SVT 40. Again, these are pretty much all of the weapons he has released thus far, excluding one shotgun that is a little bit harder to get access to, and all of these are really high quality. I've used a ton of these weapons. Some of these are extremely popular, but now again you could just download them all very simply and cleanly. Rather than having 6 new mods, you could just have one with all of these included. So then we do have a really big release. That's with the RPG-7 V2 by the Shiny Haxorus. The Shiny Haxorus has produced a ton of great quality content over the past few weeks, months, and kind of even years. But now he is taking on a new launcher. Fallout 4 doesn't have a ton of launcher mods, and this is going to be a great addition for that reason, but in addition, this just looks super good. It's an extremely high quality weapon with its own set of custom animations, as well as a few different projectile types to be launched. There's kind of a standard rocket, as well as an RPG and some cluster bombs. I believe this is one area he does plan on expanding into in the future. There's also a few modifications you can make to the gun to make it look a little bit different, but all around it's an extremely unique weapon. It's going to be integrated into the level list. It's going to be on some of the more enemy factions like the Raiders, Gunners, and Super Mutants. It wouldn't really feel proper seeing a Brotherhood of Steel Knight using an RPG. It's kind of crazy that at this point in Fallout 4's modding cycle we have so many weapon mods and there's still categories that are pretty much untouched. This is going to be one of those categories, and I think the RPG-7 is just going to be a great addition. It's going to flesh out the category otherwise only really fulfilled by the missile launcher a little bit better and just give you some more variety in your game. This is a real simple one. Basically, with the addition of Creation Club, a new kind of section of the menu was added, a message of the day or Creation Club news. What No More Creation Club news is going to do is simply remove that from your main menu because it's a little annoying to see, especially if you don't support Creation Club. So we do have Metro Gasmasks. What this is going to be is 2 gas masks that did appear in the Metro series of games being implemented into Fallout 4. There are going to be 2 unique gas masks added in by this mod. Both of them again going to be either straight out of the Metro games or very inspired by them. One is the one RDM uses, so of course you guys know what that one looks like, and then the other one's going to be seen on some different enemies and friendlies you encounter in that game. There is a really popular mod for Fallout 4 called Gasmasks of the Wasteland. These are currently not implemented into those, but they will be soon. So with the current iteration of this mod, it really is more of just a set piece, something to make your character look a little bit cooler or more interesting, and it definitely does. There's some variety, as I did show you with these. You could change some of the different filter color options and stuff like that, but all around I definitely could see this working on a number of different armors, and it kind of meshes well with characters that use a helmet or hat of some sort, but the rest of them being in armor. It just fits in well with that aesthetic. So then we do have the female tactical armor. This is a mod that I actually showed you a lot of in my upcoming mod series, but we are finally now getting a release version of it. This is a really cool armor. It's kind of simple at face value. What you see is kind of what you get, but at the same time, almost every piece of this armor is modular and in its own little armor slot. So what that means is you could pretty much take off every piece that you do see right here. If you just want to use the gloves and vest with another armor mod, you can totally do that. For that reason, this creates a lot of different possibilities. You could just use this as an accessory set, or you could just use this as kind of a clothing base, then add accessories on top of it from other mods. The armor itself is extremely high quality. The texture and model detail is definitely there. I also really like the machete on the back. I just think it makes it look pretty badass. The kind of base variant here doesn't support body slide, but someone did release an additional one that does, because by default it definitely makes your character look really thin. It is currently only available for female characters, but again, I think someone will change that in the future. So I'm going to be pretty brief with this one. We have two new NCR Armors. I did make a full video on this previously, but in case you didn't see that, Lord of War in tandem with Fallout Cascadia did release some really cool NCR Armors for Fallout 4. Basically one NCR Trooper armor with a few different variants, and an NCR Patrolman armor, which is very heavily inspired from the variant in Fallout New Vegas. This is going to be part of the larger mod Fallout Cascadia that's to be released at some point in the future, but they're kind of releasing some of the tidbits that are going to be in that mod as standalone mods for us to download and enjoy right now. So then finally we have something a little bit different. I'm going to be covering the Modular Military Backpack. This is actually something that came out in Creation Club, and what I want to do with this segment, I don't know if I'm going to continue it, is kind of review this properly. Mods in Creation Club of course have a price tag, and I want to kind of justify whether or not this is worth the price. Depending on what pack of points you do get, this is going to cost a different amount, but basically it's going to be $4 or around that. Of course the smallest pack is $8, so it's going to cost you at least $8 minimum to actually download this mod. Regardless, what it's going to do is add in a very customizable backpack, as you've probably seen by some of the B-roll I have been showing you. You can change tons of things about this, the color, the patches, as well as some of the add-ons with the backpack. These add-ons actually have some pretty cool effects, so you could have a medic one that's going to increase your regeneration of health. Some pouches can be added on to just flat out increase your carry weight. The backpack itself does also increase your carry weight no matter what add-ons you are using. There's quite a few different details here, and it definitely is more fleshed out than any other backpack mod available on the free side. But I think at $4 it's a little bit steep. I mean, if you don't really care about the money and the extra dollar doesn't bother you, then it's fine, but I think $3 is a much more appropriate price for this unless it is integrated into the leveled list. That's one pretty big component about this mod that I don't like. You just kind of get the backpack right away. There's no cool way of finding it, or you don't have to try and find it on an enemy. It's something that Fading Signal includes in a lot of his other mods that I really feel like is lacking from this one. I know a lot of people are going to be mad about me covering Creation Club stuff, but I figure if I give kind of a review of it and look at it objectively, it's a little bit more appropriate than just me saying everything sucks, don't look at it. That's pretty much going to wrap it up for this video. Hopefully you guys did enjoy. As always, I thank you for watching, and I hope to see you guys all next time. Later.